Oh yeah, this is what's going on.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge.
This game is very near and dear to my heart, in case you couldn't tell.
To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the paths fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
And yet we had 2 worlds.
I found the tomb of Sarafan Kane. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Oh, God, it hurts so much. Oh, this is gonna hurt so bad. I've never played this.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kane. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
We'll see how this goes. Oh, it hurts so bad.
But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
The OG popular vampires. There we go.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah.
This guy's a dick.
Welcome.
Basically, what we're looking at is the end of Soul River when you've done up in beautiful
to your
PS2
destiny.
We were left literally with it fading out, and it just said to be continued. And then years later, I waited
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
Oh, we prefer Raziel. Get him. Get him.
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Oh, yes, you should.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
Crap, I
You
already
two
forgot
are a
the
pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel.
Ask him. Why do you keep
It's
doing
just a
that?
matter
Oh,
of time.
How is it that you know my
God,
name?
it's so weird.
We have never
The weird
met.
distortions.
On the
Look at
contrary,
right in the
Raziel,
middle of the screen.
I know you
So
very
every time
well.
His face passes
And
through
it
the
grieves me to see how
room.
cruelly Cain has used you.
It's so weird.
I knew
Very
you
much
when you were
like-
one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Good. Ew.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more
Everyone's
cynical
reminded of that
and
Matrix
indecorous
movie.
age.
Like,
My
when
mercenary
Tom
army
Bellis
now
radio
inhabits
show
this
and Tom
stronghold.
Bellis says, "The
We strive to
cloud
honor the
has
memory of the Sarafan with our own humble
Every time
crusade.
he says that, I'm reminded of that.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
So there were 3
And you somehow survived this massacre?
him.
I and 2 others.
Somebody got Ariel.
The Circle was
I guess so.
devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient.
More Chinese.
You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me.
The crafters
You have a reputation for
deceit.
deceit.
And who has slandered me so?
Mobius.
Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Cain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man.
Oh,
I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel.
Yes, yes, you do. You should
Let me
be
show you. Even now, Cain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
Yeah, Mobius.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Cain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
I'm so glad you can't see. Okay, let's turn him ahead. Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. Let's block. Yes, alright. A big old sword somewhere in here. I hate these apples, by the way. Oh, good. Okay.
There's one.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Okay, crouch. Shit. Shit. Crap. Oh god, can you stop? Come on, a minute, you dick. Just kidding. You have to be sitting around. Beat this off. Grab a sword. Okay, hold on. Where's my autoface? I'm definitely gonna need that. Okay, autoface. Left control. Okay. There you go. You kind of have that. Oh, okay. So good. Alright. It's getting hairy. Sword just oh, hey, whoa. Open, so I knew where the hell I was.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Cain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Oh, stop. Oh, I'm gonna have a problem fighting more than one at a time. This is where we hit a problem. Cutscenes turn you completely around. I think that's where I came from.
from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. Why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Oh, baby, you don't want to know. Okay. Okay. Action, devour soul. Well, shit. Okay, I don't want to start fucking with that right now, because if I do, it's gonna get all sorts of messy. Okay, so he just put away the Reaver automatically. No, pick up the sword. Pick up the sword, thank you. What? Whoa. Why would I want to enable dictation? No. Why would you do that? The hell is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Enable dictation. Yeah, that's something we clearly want to be
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kane's journey as a fledgling vampire. How Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Cain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Cain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control. What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Cain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Cain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Cain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant.
Then strike God's own
I don't
attendant.
believe
Do
even
it.
you
Jesus
would
Christ.
take that risk.
He's not gonna do it.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin.
They make them all shifty, right?
But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Don't let your Reavers become over-aroused. It's not a good idea. Oh, poor Jonas. I have found the heart of darkness. Oh yeah. It's the George Wada, thank you for the follow. Oh boy. This hurts so bad. I'm telling you right now. This is terrible. Playing this on a mouse and keyboard. And it's really, really not. Oh no, I do not be crapping on any of the home slices. Here's the trouble. I'm playing this on a Mac. It's a port. There's some weird distortion that pulls the whole screen like from the middle over, it kind of fisheyes it. And I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard. And yeah. It's not good. Like I can't even get to all of the things I would need to change to make it acceptable. But no, these are my home slices. They are very near and dear to my heart. Trust me, that's why I'm trying this. So how are you tonight? Thank you for joining. Glad to see you. Yeah, I can't. It won't do it. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna have to try and play this. Oh, barely move. Glad to see another legacy game bank in the sword. I need that sword. To drop that. And the sword. Ooh. I played these since they were new. And I don't think I want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. I always get a little bit lost getting my bearings at the beginning. What do I have to kill this last guy? One more dude. Ooh, camera's making me a bit seasick, if I'm being honest. Come here, little soul. Send back. Glad you're here. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this up. I really don't. We'll see. I need to go. Did I go the wrong way? Synthetic, did I go the wrong way? Let's do a bit of exploring. Yes, it is Raziel time. Very clunky fisheye lens Raziel time. Oh god, seriously. I know you have no idea. This hurts so bad. I'm doing this with a mouse and keyboard. My controller is packed. It's send help, it's bad. door through there? I don't even know. Is the music doing odd things, or is it just me? It's a bit hard to hear me. Yeah, the music is doing some strange things, so it might just be the audio itself. Does that help? Also, you know I have to be very, very quiet, which is going to get exceedingly difficult. Let's just hope I went the right way. Yeah. Roomies, and it is late. And I'm pretty sure I went the wrong way. Let's just grab that sword. Okay, so this is the door I came out of. Okay, yes. There's a bunch of swords over there. Oh, it's gonna get very... If I can get anywhere here, it's gonna be very hard to be quiet. I'll tell you that right now. I am so glad you're here.
Over there!
Over where? Where? Why? What? There's nobody in here.
Taste my blade,
Taste
vampire!
your own blade. Do I need sign language? No, I don't need sign language. Just knows how. Hang on. I can turn the mic up a bit. Trust in the computer. But I have to pop out a little to do it. Pop the mic up. Oh yeah, I think the... Oh yeah, the audio's doing very strange things. Okay. Is that better? Cross your fingers. Good. Okay, I'm out that door. I'm lost already. This is bad.
There's one!
There's
Taste my blade, vampire!
Oh no. Wasting blades, yep. And now, yep, we're back in the time streaming chamber. Is there another door? They were totally something strangely. Telepathy or some crap, which I don't. But I don't miss the Mobius speech. I missed the Mobius speech, so that I missed it. I did go the wrong way. Alright, we better not be getting respawns here. I'm gonna get real pissed if it starts doing that this early on. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Over there.
I don't want to turn Reaver on now. I really don't. I don't trust it at all. It's gonna hit me. It's me, actually. Forward. Just get in. Jesus. What the hell? What the fuck are you? I don't feel that that should be shut. Oh dear. Pardon me, there's gotta be another door. There has to be another door, honestly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes! Your soul is mine. Oh, alright, Reaver, come on. Get her, get her. Oh my god, dude, you have to get her. Just get her. Jesus. Get her. Alright, pick up the thing. Your soul is mine. Your soul is mine.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordren, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordren truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
I found out what happened to Janos. Okay. So we're in here. We did that. That's the cutscene. Now we just gotta go through this door. Use your own blade. Use your own blade. Let's say you can really use this sword to kill us. Okay, pick up the sword, good boy. Oh, also my dodge isn't working. It's on the space bar.
strange how my history came full circle.
Oh, but
This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here.
take them. No.
And then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time,
Funny thing, now
I
that I'm
beheld
looking at
the
the mural
image
of
of my
Terrell,
Sarafan self, memorialized here
like
among my fallen
Marvel's
comrades.
version of Loki.
It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had
Notice
been,
that?
and what a
Look
vile
up a picture of
phantasm
Terrell,
I had
and then
become,
look up a picture of
and a
Marvel's
profound
Loki.
sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I
Loki?
could barely contain it.
Tom Hiddleston.
All I wanted
in
at this
the
moment was to
Avengers
find
movies.
Cain
If you
and
look at the mural
destroy
of
him.
Terrell, not doing it. Terrell, right there. Look at him. He got the horned helmet and everything. Okay, hang on. I gotta fight some. Dodge. Okay. See what I mean? Okay, got Rahab over there, and Malchiah Scummy Butt over there, and Duma over there. Well, he's Illidan. And we got Zephon's smelly bug self over here, and I mean, naughty, naughty, Marvel. So what was the Norse god? Right? Dirty old goblins. Okay. That should be the door I came in, and now it's locked. So... Wait. I'm so dumb. I don't think the Norse gods had a crazy squid god, though, so... I am still dubious.
And for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire.
Nonsense.
This was the fragile
don't
world
even know
Cain
where it
sacrificed
is.
to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Oh, no, honey, you wouldn't. Yes, it's soon. Quick as I can. No, oh my god, what are you doing? Go off. Oh god, what are you doing? Get up there.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn to the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
swimming controls are all stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, seriously. Razio. Get it together, dear. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Now, where are we going? Okay, calm down. Oh my god, this is so bad. Killing me with these controls. Gee, I hope Joe Fada didn't come in and think I was actually knocking on my favorite game. Because I was like, oh god, this is so bad when he came in. Talking about my horrible port controls in this game that I adore so much I have tattooed on my skin. Yeah. Mouse and keyboard. Bad port. This is not good. Oh god. Oh my god. Come. Oh, seriously. Up. Oh. Yeah, it's really bad. It's very, very bad. I can't see. Oh god, no. No! Stop going down. I need to go up now. What the hell? No! What are you doing? Holy shit. What is happening here? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, where the hell am I going? Okay, I see it. Alright. Is this gonna work? Probably not. Oh shit. Alright, I need to get away from this water. Before it decides to fuck up again. Oh my god. Just go forward. No, not down. Are you serious? Stop going down. This is gonna be terrible. No. Why do you do this to me? Why? Why do you do this? No. Why do you do this? Why are you doing this to me? This is terrible. Oh my god, turn. No. Why? What are you doing? We're gonna die here. Stop this.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence.
And there is so much water.
By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
I really need to get to the controls. And I can't. I still have got to get through the whole Elder God thing. This is going to be impossible if it's going to be like this.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Cool. Come on, quicker. Oh my gosh, you gotta kill her like now. Thank you. Bitch, ice cube. Why is there an ice cube behind the TV? Bitch, you ain't fine. Quickly, Raziel, quickly.
Prepare to die.
Birds. Or vampire birds. No, puppy. And make it kill the dog. Come closer so I can hit you. I can't just push forward and hit at the same time. Doesn't work. Something later. Oh shit. I don't even have a heavy attack, so I can't even fight the big guys. The only way to fight them is to jump up in the air and heavy attack. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We gotta fix this. I can't even get at this. Oh my god. Okay, so heavy attack. I guess we have to configure that to the block button. And then put it somewhere else on the keyboard. We can't put it on the keyboard. Can we? Can we put it somewhere else? Can we? How about B? No, B. I said B. 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 Okay, fine. There is no button 3, but whatever. Well, at least there's that. Hey, puppy. No, puppy. I said no. Dogs do have souls, if anybody ever asks. Souls are useless. Oh, shit. I can't even see.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kane's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade.
Nope.
This was simply ruthless persecution.
Open your eyes, Raziel. Oh, no, come on.
Over there! Taste my blade, vampire!
You don't have to taste your blade. Taste your own blade. What are you doing? Kill. Kill. Oh yeah. Open the door.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
But he's not.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kane. Though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Cain.
Elaborate.
I have
that is
pursued you
not
here for
very
one
elaborate.
purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Cain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
Oh.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Cain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you
then.
listen.
I'll indulge you.
This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Cain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly.
Bitch.
30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin.
But do it honestly.
If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
No.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Cain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel.
He finally
It's
gets
all
it.
laid out for
But he
you
only
here.
half gets
You
it.
said it yourself, Cain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
I really, really, really wish my tattoo artist was tuned in for that. Because then at last, he might understand.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Cain to escape me when I had pursued him for so
I
long.
have to talk to him.
I had
when
no
I get
reason
home.
to trust
Be like,
Cain
"Babe,
after
babe,
he had
babe.
valued me so little.
Come here.
And yet,
Watch this.
I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
And I'm like, hey, let's all go through that door. It's what it's right there. Hey, so anybody soul for me to eat? Oh yeah, come here, little soul. Oh no. Oh, I don't have Raziel tattooed on me. Not exactly. Someday, maybe, there's gonna have to be a lot of people watching for me to bust those out. But what if it's both? Do I have two ribs? Oh my gosh, have some soul. Jesus, greedy boy. Bit of both synthetic. One day, one day.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Oh, were they now? Oh, boy, I'm dreading this already. Ah.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this
Left your
unique key.
precious stuff behind.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I
slipped the Reaver
unsealed
into this
that
angel's
ancient
poncho.
door and crossed the threshold.
Dun dun dun. I love how the music has just kind of gotten subtle and creepy. It's like, oh, shit. Alright, I really don't have time for you guys. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby, please just walk. Oh god, I can't even fucking see. This is not good already. Ow. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? No, I do not have time to deal with you assholes right now. I really don't. Stop turning the camera. No, fuck off. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. Don't go away, please. I only have The Reaver, I do not need to be dying in here. Thank you very much. Dear, oh dear.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes.
Last time I tried to play
The surrounding
right
murals depicted a winged race, their features
getting
so like
lucky
my
I
own,
forgot them.
but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war,
Yeah, I
but
got
with
it for
combatants like
penny
none
from
I had
Best
ever
Buy.
seen.
Then I
The
bought this
pillars,
game.
raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Cain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
One
Lies, Raziel.
Lies, Raziel. Oh, Tony J. Ew.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, and it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Given this guilty
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Oh, I don't know.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
Oh, it's not vile, honey. We
I
love it.
restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Cain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
My servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Cain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Bitch.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
Yes.
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Cain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you.
Well,
You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses.
wretched
But the
corpse.
wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls.
Apostate soul.
Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Cain's blood belongs on your hands.
Oh, no, no, no.
Cain indeed deserves to die. for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Get him.
Cain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage,
No, I think it's
Raziel.
later on. It's when you come back
Let
to
it
this
guide
room
your hand.
at a different time, along with the, given this guilty scene line as well. Hop, hop. Okay, baby. There you go. Yes, definitely saved. Okay. I think... I don't know if I'm going to get any farther with the swimming controls as they are. Yeah, right. Yeah, save point. Easy, honey. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to even try this. Oh, stop, honey. You got fleas. Or unpack the controller in the morning. Ew, gross, babe. Unpack the controller in the morning. And see if that works out a little better. I know it's at least good enough. The controller did at least well enough to get me through the water. I highly doubt. Like, you saw how long it took me to move 2 inches in the water there. Yeah, he's having a stretch. No. Gross, baby. Ew. Okay. Yeah, I think for now,